What's going on? Welcome to Po Boys. In this episode, it's time for me to update you guys. First off, obviously the reason why I haven't been posting is because I kind of got into a bad mental state and I really wasn't myself, so it wasn't worth posting again. I've already explained that. I don't want to talk about it really much more, but while I was there, I kind of just kept taking L's. I really wasn't that hungry. I didn't have much of an appetite, so I stopped eating as much. So I kind of started losing weight. I also became broke, and that also helped me start losing weight. So to everyone who's been asking how I've lost so much weight, be broke, be depressed, and don't eat. Actually, don't do that. Try not to be depressed as much as you possibly can, because that's what I was doing when I was there. But either way, I lost a good amount of weight. I was just in St. Louis this past weekend, and I actually had a lot of people message me saying that they didn't even recognize me because I look so much different. Which I kind of do. I'm a little bit skinnier. I'm not a chunky fella no more, but I never really wanted to be that chunky fella. Once you kind of look yourself in the mirror and say, wow, I really kind of am thick. I'm a thick boy. I was like, well, I never really wanted to be a thick boy, so why don't I fix that? With everything that was going on, just made it that much easier for me to do push-ups, sit-ups, and do active things while I was really in a bad state. That's how you lose that much weight so fast, is because I have not had the dinero. I've straight up not been having a good time, and in turn, I've been getting skinny, so I think we're on a dub here. So to answer the main questions that y'all really want to know. The 7.3, my favorite truck that never ran. I hate to say it, but I sold the daggum 7.3. Here's the footage I have of me selling that truck. I'm super sorry, because the truck was fun, but gotta be honest, that truck never ran when I owned it, so you can't be that mad at me because it really sucked when I owned it. There is the Po truck. I'm recording with my iPhone today. There it is. Oh wow, that thing looks actually pretty solid. Oh. Hate to see her go, but you love to watch her leave. Exactly, it's one of those ones. But that does mean the drift car's got some action to be had. Yeah, I know, right? It's tragic. It's really freaking tragic. I just did everything to make it good, and then I sold it. Yep, I'm a loser, but then guess what? I get even further. The GS 500, I sold as well, so I decided to sell it for drift car money. And then we have old Scoot. Scoot, the front wheel drive car. That car right there was honestly a really great car. There was not much wrong with it. I was gonna go ahead and lift it and put it on some four-wheeler tires. And this is how that started, but it didn't go to plan like most of the things during this sequence of time. So this thing we have not touched in longer than forever. Last night I wanted to see if it would start after we charged the battery, and it actually started right up. And if you've seen the thumbnail or title, if you haven't seen the thumbnail or title, this thing's getting a little bit of a lift straight from Russia. It's also getting some four-wheeler tires. Freaking get it. Gotten stuck.
Let's go. One more.
Yes, sir.
Let's go.
Hell yeah. Just tree stuff, debris from being in the back of the shop for so long. This thing hasn't gotten any love anytime recently. So what the move is we're gonna go ahead and wipe the rest of these little things off real quick by getting some speed, and then pull this thing in the shop, get it ready for working on. Focus type vibes, baby! I love this little car. This thing's so fun.
It actually kind of got up there and scooted.
Dude, it scoots, son. It scoots.
Don't mind us.
Rally car. The slide, baby. Catching my drift. Let's see if it's even close. I just want to see if it's physically possible to fit tires that are this big. I don't know, bro. Nope. Got too much tire.
That ain't nothing a little trimming can't take care of.
So we have found out that there is no possible way that without minor cutting, at least of this whole area right here, if we cut that out, they'd probably fit. But then the car wouldn't be worth anything. So right now it's not even gonna be close. And we know if the back isn't gonna fit, the front's not gonna fit either, because we've got this right here, and these tires happen to be just a little bit bigger than the stocks. They kind of fill up the entire wheel well twice. Yeah, there's no chance those things are fitting on there, even with a lift. So Yes, so if you see, I was trying to put four-wheeler tires on the Focus, and sadly it did not end up working out because the Focus wasn't able to be lifted, the tires were too big, and I decided at that point in time I was in need of money for shop rent and I needed to get it done, so I posted the Focus for sale. I sold that car, no longer have the Focus. I am sorry for people that love Scoot. It has been passed on to someone else and he's enjoyed the car and it's doing well for him as his daily driver. So Scoot will no longer be in the picture, but that does mean more time for the current projects we have. Yeet and Skirt, the drift car and drag car. So we'll get those things done and get them on the road and hopefully start fresh from a new pace when I have both my cars on the road. And that brings me to another question. Everyone's asking where Yeet is. That car is a shell right now. I strictly cannot afford to pay for an engine and transmission for that thing. Sorry if you don't like the timeline of my budget, but realistically, I'm gonna have that freaking car done one day. I swear, it'll be done one day, but I just need to be able to afford it first. And I hope you understand, if you don't have money, you can't just get parts. Like I said, the drift car kind of took priority after my dad passed. It's a car I'm building in tribute for him, so I kind of want that thing to be finished so I can just drive it around and kind of have some closure on it. As soon as I get that car dialed in, I'm putting my money and time towards Yeet, so yes, there'll be more videos. On top of everything else that you've heard, biggest things that realistically made me stop posting for a while is my backpack that had all of my YouTube gear inside of it. Flash drives, hard drives, Canon G7X, GoPros, batteries, all the fixins for being a YouTuber was in this backpack, and it has been stolen. Which means there was a time where I was a YouTuber with no camera or anything, which meant I had to go ahead and upgrade and get the better iPhone because my current iPhone at the time decided to have the camera just break. Everything was terrible timing, so I just got a new iPhone 12 Pro and that's what I'm recording with right now. It's doing the freaking job. It looks fairly well, I hope. If it doesn't, freaking, I'm recording videos. I have recouped a little bit of gear so I can be filming, but if you notice the drift car video, it was filmed with 10 different cameras. That's strictly because I didn't have my own camera, so I had to borrow buddies' cameras while I was doing it. It was a whole big cluster, so I'm sorry if it seemed like that, but my life has kind of been a cluster. I've had the least amount of control I've ever had ever, and it's kind of crazy. But you guys are along for the ride because you guys are my friends. I'm gonna leave you with this right here is footage of me leveling my truck for free because I had some Amazon reward points, but if you don't have any, $20 gets your truck leveled. This is me leveling the F-250.
So we got these new garage doors and they just put them in. They left the old garage door, like the whole entire mechanism, the motor and everything there. They just took the chain off the sprocket, but they put a new one on. Listen to how loud this thing is. This is such a flex. Do you hear this? Look at that little thing go. And it's off this small little thing. It's got a timer on it. It's so nice. And we also got a new heater too. The heater is the ultimate flex. We'll show you that here in a little bit, but we got to get the cars moved out. I'm going to move the drift car out. Tanner's going to pull his car in because he has to do some work on it. Yeah, I got a P is my license plate. A lot of people mentioned that because they saw it on my Snapchat, which by the way, get on my Snapchat. I got a P is the Bubba Gump Shrimp Co. from Forrest Gump. And it's funny. So we can go ahead and so we need to charge the Focus and get the headlights out of the Focus because I want to put the headlights inside of this car because it has no bulbs in it currently. My problem in life is I have too many sets of keys and it's hard to... We got to go outside where the weather is frightful. By the way, there's the new AC machine and heater. Here's where we're taking our long trip is this thing. This Scoot.
Tough little booger, huh?
You ain't lying. All right, just got the headlights out. Now we're gonna go ahead and get the battery out of this thing and charge it because I haven't started this car in years and I think it needs an alternator. So put this back together. We're gonna put some other headlights in it when we take it into the shop, but we're gonna take it in the shop first because it's really cold out here. I can't feel my face when I'm outside in Louisiana at nighttime. It sucks. That's a great spot for it right here. All right, ladies and gentlemen, you might be asking what we're doing inside the shop right now. You also might be asking why I have a mullet. The truck, fat, thick boy, sits stock, and no one likes a stock truck that has some rake to it. We have these hockey pucks. Honestly, Amazon just builds up reward points and just gives you money, so you literally can get this thing for free. If you don't want to get it for free, you get it for 20 bucks. All it is just a little 2-inch spacer. We're gonna put it up in there. The truck is gonna, in turn, be 2 inches taller, so this piece that you see right here should, in theory, be right here. So what we're gonna do is measure that right now. We're right at 40 inches, and that's the start on the passenger side. Now let's go to the driver's side. 39 3/4 on that side, but this tire is also a little bit low, so I'll put some air in that. Just around 40 inches, and we're going to see if it actually takes it up 2 inches, or if it's more like
1.75. It just depends on how the geometry works with everything. In theory, it should be 2 inches higher because we're putting 2 inches in between the spring, but we're just gonna see how it works.
That thing got a Hemi in it, Poe?
Got a 6'4" Hemi in it. Just kidding, it's a 6'4" Power Stroke. I'd rather have a Hemi. That's saying a lot. The internet's gonna think I'm a really selective person, but my life has just been made so crucial by this auto company. I like spending my money once and never worrying about it again.
You hear me? Toyota?
Toyotas.
What does this stand for? Fix or repair daily. Oh, I get it now. They've been telling us it's hard to work on these forever. Ford tough. They trick you with all the available parts. It's got twin turbskis.
It's got compound, but there is 2.
What type of robo-electronics you got going on under there?
So I got a jack stand under the truck. The whole front axle is being supported by the jack right now, and the truck's frame is buried under that 12,000-pound jack stand, so that's gonna be good. The front suspension is not connected to the jack stand because we're gonna need to be able to have to go up and down and articulate it so we can get the spring out of this truck. It looks like an ABS line right here, which doesn't really make any sense because this truck really just doesn't have ABS. 2 8mm bolts, take those out and then get this line out of the way because you're gonna be lifting up on that perch. We're actually gonna have to take the shock out first, which is just an 18mm, and using Impacto Distracto on one of these guys, and it's right out. And that's out. I have to get a dead blow, hit that.
Wham! Wham! Wham!
Now that's out.
What is that?
This, which is just a 10, so you can get your wrench in there, loosen that. This truck has only 100,000 miles, so it's really nice to work on. All the bolts are like not seized or rusted. This truck has 0 rust on it since it's from Louisiana, and we're not from the Salt Belt. We are from the Mud Belt. And this truck hasn't been taken through much mud except for the parking lot of our shop, which one day we'll want to get paved, but until then we're just gonna be slinging mud. Now the sway bar is loose. So now I'm gonna go ahead and take the other side apart. The old truck didn't have a sway bar on it because whenever we were putting it back together, the bushings got lost, the product of having too many people working on one vehicle at the same time. Leveling this truck should be way better than leveling that 7.3 because the 7.3 you literally had to get a bolt inside of here and you couldn't get the spring out, so you had to like get the bolt inside it. It was terrible. This truck should be a lot easier because it's newer, so hopefully we don't have as many issues with it. So far it's going pretty easy. All right.
That's a spring.
Now we got an 18, I think.
What are you
oh,
right
there's
there,
just a lot of dirt in there. Okay, that was confusing me. I was like, why do I not feel a bolt?
Whew, that boy got robo hands. I bet you're a fast texter. Bad mother, shut your mouth. That's a Dewey wrench system over there? Wow.
Okay, so this is the spring. This is what the spring sits on. And that's its perch right there. The level's gonna go right here.
Hockey puck.
Like that. And that's how you level your truck. The cheapest way to do it for 20 bucks. That goes here. And then this perch, that goes here. And then this bolt goes in between all of it. You take everything, bolt all these lines back up, so now that the shock's out of the way, and then we're gonna have to take the whole thing, put the spring back in, and the truck's gonna have to kind of raise up a little bit. So it's gonna be a little bit of a process getting it all back together, but it's not gonna be too hard. It's a straight axle truck. We can't do things one at a time. We have to have that side disconnected and this side disconnected, so the whole front end kind of just slides down. Everything's disconnected. That would keep it connected like the sway bar. Tie rod and all that stuff's connected, but it has enough play in it to where it's not gonna make any difference. Got it? All right, now go up. That's what we call torque to spec.
Yeah.
That's how you do that. What's she look like? Oh, she's taller. Holy cow. Oh my gosh. It looks good actually.
Yeah.
It looks a lot better.
It does.
Look at the freaking clearance.
You ain't got that nose dive anymore.
Oh, yeah, baby. We were at 40 last time, and now we are literally at 42. Would you look at that? We had 2-inch leveled, actually lifted the truck up 2 inches.
Yeah.
So let's go to the other side.
That's how that works.
Just under 42 like the other side was too. That is now a level truck. Very easy to do, and it cost me nothing. So now my truck sits really cool and looks a lot better, but also cost me nothing, so I'm happy about it. So now that the truck's sitting pretty and y'all kind of understand where I've been for the past little bit, I'm just gonna say it one last time. I've just been in a hard place and I'm in a better place now. My mind state is so much better than it has been before. I've just been doing happy things, staying in good places, and honestly, it's been the best thing ever. Still broke, but that doesn't mean anything because guess what? If I make more videos, I make more money, and if you guys keep watching, liking, and subscribing, I'm gonna keep on doing that as well to keep providing you more content, which Yeet will be alive. I just want to clarify that to all you haters that'll say it never moved from the spot that it's in. I want to let you know it will happen. So thank you guys very much for watching. Have a great one. Remember to freaking send it. Be great.